right. So this one is what is love? And you've probably heard that love is a feeling in your stomach or a flutter of the heart or chemicals that take over your body. And really, it is hormones, right? Chemicals called endorphins, which is a fancy name for hormones. Our body has a ton of different hormones, and love does boil down to hormones. A lot of new studies are showing that there are three different categories of love: lust, attraction, and attachment. Okay, so the first one, lust, is a biological need, right, to reproduce and pass on our genetics. Okay, and that's like the animal instinct inside of all people and all organisms to want to pass their genes on, and the lust is controlled by testosterone and estrogen, and they're actually both testosterone and estrogen are in both males and females. Just more testosterone in males, more estrogen in females. And testosterone tends to be the one that really drives lust. So estrogen does drive it some, but not as much as testosterone. Okay, so that's lust. And then you have attraction. Okay, and people might think, well, attraction and lust are the same thing. Technically, no. Lust is that deep desire to reproduce, where attraction is finding somebody attractive, and it's the feelings we get of like euphoria and happiness, that blissful feeling where you just feel like everything's great and wonderful and happy. Okay, that's the attraction hormone, and those are caused by dopamine, which a lot of people have heard of, I'm sure, and what's the other one? Norepinephrine. Okay, something else you've heard of with flight responses. Those two things are the attraction hormones. They cause you to lose your appetite. They cause you to not need to sleep as much. It's why people say that they're on cloud nine. They have all this energy and they just can't eat. They can't sleep. They're so in love. Okay. The last one is attachment, and this is the long-term bonding between a mother and a child, between a couple that's been together for a long time, where the lust and the attraction hormones have kind of worked their way out. But now this new hormones are causing them to feel attached to each other for the long haul. And those are oxytocin and vasopressin. Might be saying that one wrong. I've never heard of that one. Okay. And those are hormones that are released, especially during the oxytocin is released. It's called the cuddle hormone. It's released during sex, childbirth, and breastfeeding. And it's what builds that bond between people. It's called the cuddle hormone for obvious reasons, cuddling with a baby, cuddling with a partner. Okay. And it causes a long-term attachment. However, a lot of these hormones that are released during love are some of the same hormones that cause anger, jealousy, mood swings, addiction. Okay, so some of these same hormones that are going up are also causing the body and causing you to act erratically sometimes, make poor decisions, do things that you wouldn't usually do. So those same hormones we have to be careful of, right? Just because our body is telling us that we are lustful or that we are attracted, we need to take a step back and take a breath and understand that those are hormones that are driving us, and we can still use our brains and still think. Okay, we don't want to use those as excuses to do rash decisions or to make wrong choices. Okay, and really, if you think about why so many people get married and they fall in love and they're really quickly, and next thing you know, they're divorced a year or two later, it's because those hormones usually only last for about 2 years. And then you need that long-term attachment, the cuddle hormones, to really take form to make relationships last. You can still get the lust and the attraction from a long-term relationship. They're just not there and present all the time in the same way they are when you first fall in love. So keep that in mind, and just now you know what love is. It's all about the hormones.